Welcome to Norton Rose Fulbright's YouTube channel, Energy Transition, The Pace of Change. I'm Kevin Mayer, a partner in our Los Angeles office, and today I have the pleasure of hosting Mikus Sprinovskis, the founder and CEO of Kodo GE, a transitional energy company. Mikus, welcome. Let's start off by having you introduce yourself to our audience and talk a little bit about Kodo GE.
Perfect. My name is Mikus Sprinovskis, and I'm the current CEO of Kodo GE as well as the founder of the company. So a little background on us. We started back in the 90s, and we were, as a matter of fact, the first company to develop renewable energy project in Baltic states. That was in 2000. But as well, we were the first ones to create a CHP plant, which produces heat and electricity. And then was something very revolutionary that we did was we worked with Kazakhstan's government to develop the first renewable energy law. So we are being part of a wide variety of projects, but with the major focus in renewable energy.
So Mikus, what does the energy transition mean to you and to Kodo GE?
To summarize it, opportunity, options, and progress. So as an opportunity, it gives us many new ways how to innovate and how to develop something that we have worked with already for a long time, such as wind, solar, hydrogen. So that we have been in that industry for over 25 years. And with this new energy transition agenda initiative, it gives us more options and more opportunity due to the political laws that are being pushed forward, and as also the current not feedback but current support for the energy transition from fossil fuels to the renewable energy.
So how do you see the energy transition impacting the specific sectors in which Kodo GE is working?
To kind of return to my previous point, I would say the support that we gain from the government, the support that we gain from municipalities, that is the major one. But on the larger scale, I would say the public support, because the public notices that the technology is improving and we have the ability to start slowly replacing the fossil fuels.
And so how is Kodo GE responding in light of this public support and in light of perhaps the mandates that you're seeing from various governments in the Baltic states or elsewhere in Europe?
So currently we're attacking it actually on 5 different fronts. First is wind. Wind, we have the longest history. We have worked with wind projects. As I mentioned, we were the first ones in Baltic states to develop a wind park. And we have worked with wind since 2000. So we have wind projects in Kazakhstan. We have wind projects in Ghana and Sierra Leone that we're currently developing and working with their respective governments, as well as we have the largest wind park that's going to be constructed in Latvia. And on top of that, I'll return to this exact point and this exact project once I go through the others. We have solar parks in Sierra Leone and Ghana that we're currently developing. We have a solar park that's ready for construction in Kazakhstan. Then we have built in the past hydro projects. With hydro, it's a little more complicated, but we have some projects that I can't really go into detail right now in a pipeline to develop in Central Asia. But lastly, there has been the biggest push in European Union for hydrogen technology. And we have the ability to build green hydrogen technology, not actually build it, but to correctly put it, we have ability to implement green hydrogen production in our existing projects. We are currently planning and we have started working on getting all the permits approved for the Latvian wind park that I mentioned before, to have the first green hydrogen production connected with the wind park in Latvia, which would be the first one in Baltic states. But that's not where it ends. We have also a gas storage project where you can store LNG, you can store natural gas. But in our case, we have the ability to naturally, not in a huge canisters, not in a huge gas storages, but we have natural gas storage in a ground abilities to store hydrogen, which is something that we have worked for already 2 years to figure out the actual technical side of how to implement it. But 2 weeks ago, a little more than 2 weeks ago, we got all the technical side worked out, and that's something that we are proceeding forwards very fast. Because if we actually implement it and develop that project, we'll be the first ones in the world with the largest hydrogen storage capacity.
It's really exciting news. And so, based on everything that you're involved in, Mikus, what do you see as being the biggest opportunities and perhaps the biggest challenges that you and Kodo are going to face over the next 5 years?
Biggest opportunities, I would again return to the political side, as we are doing the energy transition and that agenda is being pushed forward so much. That will just keep helping us in regards to the competition, the technology, and availability to develop and the support. So those would be the I would say opportunities. The challenges is obviously changing the other side of the aisle's mind on the fossil fuels, because it's still, the renewable energy is relatively new in the big economic and macroeconomic, from macroeconomic standpoint of view. So, we can't solely rely on renewable energy. We have to slowly not roll out, but I would say slowly transition. We can just one day stop using any fossil fuels. Otherwise, hydrogen or the electricity, either we won't have it or we will still be producing it through the fossil fuel means. So that's one thing. The other thing I would say, well, returning actually to your previous question, but I didn't have a chance to answer, is we've been working with multiple governments on conversion technology. One is plastic to diesel, to biodiesel, which is 100% biodiesel. And the other one is waste management, where we can recycle any type of waste to energy. And those ones, returning back again to your fifth question, I would say those ones will be the biggest challenges. As with the current system, we see so many obstacles that, people still see landfills left and right, that they don't really want to, start cleaning up, to simplify cleaning up the mess that we have made already here. But we're already looking, how to absorb some other types of energy from somewhere else. So, well, in our minds, I would say that, cleaning up what we have already done here, and if we can do it with the means of producing energy, is not a bad option. I think it's one of the best options. So that if we incorporate all three sectors, such as clean energy from standpoint of view of wind and solar, to a degree nuclear and fusion, but then we power our vehicles with hydrogen and electricity. And lastly, if we start actually cleaning up what we have already done during all these years. So,
well, Mikus, I want to thank you very much for joining us today. It sounds like you've got an awful lot of irons in the fire, and we want to wish you the best of luck in your endeavors as you go forth. Now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening today. If you want to hear more about the energy transition, please subscribe to our channel and make sure you don't miss our next episode. Thank you very much.